save me some.
Hello, my friends. How you doing today? I am doing well. Yes, hey. I'm doing well. Yes, I'm doing well. Because I'm going back to therapy. Listen, I guess sometimes, lucky number 13 is, 13 is not a lucky number, but in the case of therapists, I guess 13 maybe my lucky number. I gotta say that, licensed psychologist, I'm pretty sure I'm on this is number 13. We're not counting counselors in high school, we're not counting counselors in middle school, we're not counting just these regular therapists or whatever I had to go speak. I'm just talking about the licensed medicine giving therapist. Yeah, I'm going back. Listen, I need to talk to somebody because my head is driving me crazy. It's been driving me crazy lately. And if you watch this channel, if you've been watching this channel for a long time, you know there's issues. There's some issues, okay, with the fact that my mind keeps racing. Listen, I'm taking like 10 pills a morning, and supposedly one of them is supposed to stop my mind from constantly racing and worrying about things. My wife sent me a message today. She's like, I think we found you a therapist. And my first reaction was, how much is it going to cost? Because listen, I have a problem. I wish I could find instead of a therapist, a like friend that I could just like sit there and talk to and they would listen to me or whatever, which is kind of like a therapist. And I had a person like that in my life, and they passed away. So now I'm feeling like I had to throw in the towel, and I had to put up my hands and give up and say, listen, I need to go see somebody again. I need to go see somebody again. I didn't want to go back to this place again. But things are just building up lately. It's just been building up lately. And what I'm starting to realize is, as I'm getting older, not only am I starting to forget more, which I thought for a while, maybe I was getting dementia. I was getting dementia or Alzheimer's. I thought something was going on with me where I was, something like besides mentally being wrong, something else was going on where it was gonna turn out bad. I went to go see my own doctor. My doctor's like, no, he goes, I think it has to do a lot with stress, has to do a lot with anxiety, has to do a lot with this and that and that. Let's try to get you into a therapist. You go talk to a therapist, you feel better about it. And you know, maybe you just need to talk to somebody. And I was being stubborn, extremely stubborn. And I gotta tell you, sometimes I guess you gotta just throw up your hand and say, listen, I give up. I give up. Because I was tired of being tired. You ever get tired of being tired? You ever get like when I try to explain it to people, what does that mean? Tired of being tired? It's like my whole entire life consists of just worrying about everything. Okay, worrying about not just me, worrying about kids at the preschool, worrying about my family, worrying about my family's family, worrying about just worrying about things all the time, bills and regular household things that go on all the time. You know, where's the next meal coming from? Matter of fact, last time I went to the doctor's office, there's this checklist that they give you. I don't know if they give this checklist all around the world or whatever. So if you're watching from a different country or a different place or whatever, they don't give you this checklist. But at my doctor's office, we get this checklist, and one of the things on the checklist says, "Do you worry where your next meal is coming from?" Yeah, I do worry where my next meal is coming from. Do you worry about paying your bills? Yeah. Listen, you tell me who doesn't. You tell me who doesn't worry about paying their bills. And you tell me who doesn't worry about... You show me those people who are talking billionaires or trillionaires or whatever the hell they are, but it ain't me, okay? So yeah, I'm constantly worried about it. So yeah, I'm checking away. I'm like, yeah, worried about my bills. Yeah. Are you worried about your next meal? Yeah. Do you feel safe at home? I don't know. I'm confused about that one. Okay, listen, I don't know how these people feel about me, and I'm afraid to ask them. Can't do nothing. Harder. Okay? Personally, I wouldn't want to live with me. So that's a problem. All right, so anyway... Yeah, yes, there's going to be more stories. There's going to be more rants. I wanted to personally talk to this therapist and see if they would let me bring the camera in. I know it's never going to happen. I know they're going to say, no, this is parent-teacher confidentiality. No, it's not. It's a doctor-patient confidentiality thing there. So, and I'm not on a reality show, so there's no way they're going to let me go in there with the camera. But if I could sneak a camera in, or sneak a a microphone in or whatever. Maybe I'll do like a sound podcast or whatever. I don't know, something to that nature, because I have no problem with telling people what the heck is going on in my life. And I personally, I think this channel itself has been very therapeutic. I appreciate you guys for listening to all of the crap that I've been going on, that's been going on in my life for years now. I've been doing this channel for years, and for years you guys have been listening, watching, commenting, and you still, listen, you still haven't left. Oh. That's the part that I got to give you praise for. You know, I've had family members that have left. Listen, these are people that have given me birth and they have left. You guys have no. You're not being paid to watch this. Yeah, I'm not keeping you under your I'm not restraining you and making you watch this channel. You keep coming back for more. Why? Two answers for that one. One, I'm thinking maybe you're just good people. You're good people, and you love seeing what I'm going to do next. Can't wait to see what I'm going to do next. Second, you're waiting to see me self-destruct. You're waiting for the day when I just sit here one day and my head just explodes. And you're like, yes, yes, we're so glad we tuned in on that day. But in order for you to tune in, you got to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. Because you never know what's going to happen. You never know what's going to happen, how it's going to happen. And I'm going to tell you right now, as this therapy session thing starts going on, there's going to be more stuff going on in my life. So that means as this therapist starts rummaging through my brain, okay, I'm literally probably going to end up, you know, everything I say to them, I'm going to say to you, because that's just the way I do this channel, okay? I'm transparent. I'm 100%. What did I tell my wife the other day? Well, she said it to me, and I said to her, we talked to. She says I'm brutally honest to the point where people hate me. That's what they said. She said that to me. She goes, people like you, people just hate. They just hate you because you're brutally honest. People have problems with honesty. They don't want to hear honesty. They want you to lie to them. Well, I was raised a certain way, but then once I started raising myself, I realized that I don't want to be a liar. I don't want to be known for being a liar. I don't want to be an untrusted person. I want people to trust me. I want people to have confidence in me. Listen, if you trust me with your children, I'm teaching children that you shouldn't lie and you shouldn't do this and you shouldn't do that, shouldn't do that. I'm not going to be a hypocrite. I got to live I got to practice what I preach. I got to live my life the way I teach my life. Okay? Yeah, that was profound. That was good. Yeah. So if I'm going to teach your little ones, you know, that it's not good to lie, I'm not going to sit here in front of this camera and lie to you. I'm going to be blatantly honest. And the problem is some people just can't handle that honesty. They just can't handle it. So as this channel progresses, the crapola might hit the fan, and you might see me slowly unravel. So like, share, subscribe, and hang around and wait for my self-destruction. With that said, I have some stuff that I want to talk about today. I'm not opening anything today. I'm going to show you something with a story. I got a story. Now, I'm going to start with the story. Let me start with the story, and I'll bring out the items as I'm telling you the story, because it's kind of cool. Okay, it's kind of cool story. So, exactly 2020, okay, 4 years ago, me and my wife and all of my children, I think it was all my children, all of my General Hospital, all of my children, we went to go see a movie at the 225 movie theater. Yes, I am a cheap person. I can't afford to go to a regular movie. So sometimes we had to find 225 movie theaters, and I loved me some 225 movie theaters when you go in and it's like one speaker hanging there. It's not even in stereo anymore, and the film literally snaps while you're watching it, or it starts burning up while it's like you see in movies and stuff. Like if you're watching Gremlins and the film started burning, yeah, the Gremlins be running the movie theater for 225, but for 225. I don't care. Okay, I'm gonna go see a movie with my family. So we were going to see a movie for $2.25. I think we were going to see like Muppets something. It was like a Muppet movie or something. That goes to show you like how much I cared about what it was for $2.25. So yeah, I think it was like Muppets Most Wanted or something like that. So we were going to see a movie, and right in front of the movie theater was a all you could eat Chinese buffet. Yes. Hey, listen. Hey, listen, we all have our weaknesses. Chinese buffets is my weakness, okay? That's a weakness for me. That's my kryptonite, okay? You dangle some Chinese buffet in front of me, and I will literally take out the whole front of the building in order to get through the door. I love me some Chinese buffet. So anyway, we're at the Chinese buffet, and I get an announcement on my phone that Pink Floyd was releasing a box set. Okay, it was I believe it was either the early years or the later years. There was two box sets, but one was released first and the other one was released second. And I looked at my wife, and I looked at the prices first. First, I looked at the prices. It was, I think at the time when the early years one came out, it was like close to $600. $600 for the early years. Okay, we're talking Syd Barrett years. We're talking the stuff that really isn't that popular, the stuff that people don't really listen to, the stuff that you don't sing along with, and it don't have no Comfortably Numb. There ain't no Comfortably Numb on it. Ain't another brick in the wall. This is like straight up. This is die-hard fan stuff. And being the Pink Floyd die-hard fan I am, I needed this. Okay, so I looked at the wife across the table while we're eating the Chinese buffet, and I'm like, hun, Pink Floyd's released an early years box set or whatever, or a ladies year box set. I wasn't sure what it was. I think they already had the early years, and they released in the later years. I'm like, they're releasing a later years box set. And she's like, well, how much is that? How much? What are we talking money here? How much? And I'm like, oh, you don't have to worry about that. You don't have to worry about that. And she's like, hey, listen, when it comes to you, I worry about everything. Everything that you talk about, I got to worry about because it's not right. Okay, you're not right. Okay, nobody thinks like you. So you got to tell me how much this thing is. And I'm like, listen, maybe you could get it for me as a birthday present or a Christmas present. I said, I'm asking you right now. I won't be able to afford it. Maybe if you could get the whole family, since they're all working now, all the kids, they could finally maybe pay it forward and get me the gift that I want, which is the Pink Floyd early years and latest years box set. Now, this was 2020. The reason why I know this was 2020 is because about a month ago, my wife came up to me. She goes, oh, look at my phone. I put in my notes right here on whatever date, and it was whatever 2020. I want to say it was maybe January 2020 or June 2020. It had a J in it. Okay, January, June, July, one of them J's. I put right here in my notes the early years Pink Floyd box set, later years Pink Floyd box set. And this was in 2020, and I'm like, I said, and I still don't have it. I said, this was 4 years ago. I've been asking you guys for the same exact gift for 4 years, and you still haven't come through for me. And she's like, yeah, well, I haven't even had a chance to look, and I haven't looked around. I said, I've been looking. I said, it's in my little search thing on eBay, and I've been waiting, but I ain't paying no $1,000 for 2 box sets from Pink Floyd. So I waited. Now this is a testimony of patience. Okay, I gotta tell you. So you know what I'm about to bring out. You know what I'm about. I literally sat. Oh, hang on here. First, I'm actually gonna go out of order because there's a story behind the other. But I finally got my Pink Floyd, David Gilmour, Nick Mason, and Richard Wright, the later years box set. Yes, this is the stuff from Division Bell, Momentary Lapse of Reason, Pulse. What else is on here? Wait. I did it all without even looking. Look at that. That's how much you see I care. Momentary Lapse of Reason, Delicate Sounds of Thunder, live recordings from 1987 to 1994, and unreleased studio recordings. New Birth concert, 30th June 1990. Surround and high-resolution audio mixes on disc 6. Delicate Sounds of Thunder restored Blu-ray. Pulse Blu-ray. Venice 1989 DVD and Blu-ray. Unreleased live film, music videos, and concert screen films, which is cool as crap. Cool as crap. Crap's not cool. Crap's hot. Cool as ice. Okay, yeah. What that is when you go to the concerts to go see Pink Floyd, they have that big round screen in the background. It's the videos that they showed at every single one of those concerts on those big round screens in the background. So if you went to a Pink Floyd concert in the 90s, okay, it's what you would have saw when you went to go see the concert. Okay, then we have documentaries and unreleased material and a 7-inch single on record. Yes, we got a 7-inch record in here. This has a whole, and it also comes with that junk I don't need. You know what I mean? Does it say the list of junk you don't need? Okay, yeah, here we go. 16 discs box set, 5 CDs, 6 Blu-rays, 5 DVDs, include a 60-page hardcover book, 40-page hardcover book holding 5 CDs with a guide to all the content. Card envelope containing memorabilia, reproduction stickers, posters, concert tickets, tour passes, a 2x7 vinyl single reproduction tour programs, World Tour 1987, 1988 Live 1989, European Tour 1994, lyric books, 6 Blu-ray and 5 DVDs each in a gatefold wallet, and dedicated cover art. Yes. The later years box set. Why is this so special to me, my friends? Why, you ask, why are you so special? I was present at the last Pink Floyd concert that they performed at. When they performed back in, I believe it was 1994. I want to say it was 1994. I was at that concert. It was actually the Pulse concert. They call it the Pulse concert now, but I was at the real Pulse concert. I was there where they filmed the Pulse concert. I was there. Okay. Well, not at that venue, but I was there for that concert. And I found out later on that was the last concert that they actually they did. Besides these, like when they get together to do like a benefit charity things or whatever it is. Yeah. So I wanted it so bad. And I waited 4 years. And then finally, I gotta tell you, I struggle sometimes with purchases from like different websites and stuff. But there was a guy on Discogs that was selling this one. 200 and change. Okay. And you could do a pay in 4 on Discogs, by the way. You could do a pay in 4. But I got lucky and I ended up actually getting a credit card. And I had a credit card that had no credit on it whatsoever. And I was holding on to that credit card for about a year now without touching it. I was like, this is my last resort credit card. And I'm like, oh, $200. Yeah. But then after I bought it, the way I am, what's the word I'm looking for? The optimistic, pessimistic. Listen, if it's too good, it sounds too good, it may not be true. Okay, that kind of thing. I'm watching video after video after video, doing research after research on whether or not they are bootlegging these things. Because I'll tell you, there's so many bootleggers out there, so many fake. Actually, if you buy Pink Floyd has 2 box sets of like just like all their albums, and both of those box sets are so overly bootlegged. I ordered 2 already, and both of them I got were bootlegs. They were junk, total junk. I ended up getting rid of them. They were just garbage. I can't get the real thing. I can't find it, and I don't trust anybody on eBay anymore. I don't trust them. So yeah, there's this, okay, which I've been waiting since 2020, okay? But then, thanks to this company right here, Rockaway Records, since 1979, Rockaway Records from Los Angeles has been in business, and I told Mr. Rockaway, whatever, I can't remember his name. Sorry. Oh, dang. I'm not gonna look it up. Not gonna look it up. You know what? I don't even think I gave him the name of my YouTube channel. Maybe I did. Anyway, listen, this is promotion up. Mr. Rock. Listen, I'm gonna call you Mr. Rockaway Records. So Mr. Rockaway Records, he had the early years on Rockaway Records on Discogs, and he was asking, I want to say $450 almost with the tax and shipping and all the other crap there. It would have cost me close to five bills for the early years one. Now I got the later years one. I already bought it. Later years one's in the bag. Okay, all set, good. Now my mind's racing. I'm like, listen, I can't have the later years without the early years. Now the later years I am more of a fan of. I'm just gonna throw it out there. Actually, the mid years, I wish they'd release a mid years one. You know, with the Wall and Dark Side of the Moon and as much as everybody from Pink Floyd hates the final cut, I love the final cut. I love the final cut album. I put that thing in and I listened to it from beginning to end because it was actually the first album I was ever introduced to Pink Floyd. Was the final cut album. My uncle, for some reason, gave me a copy of the final cut on CD when I got my very first ever CD player, and I had listened to that final cut album over and over and over, and I loved it. Absolutely loved it. Now, Pink Floyd, on the other hand, David Gilmour and the rest, hated that album. It was actually, I think they call that album the album that broke up the band, because I think Roger Waters was actually in charge of everything. He did most of the singing, he did most of the writing, did most of everything, and Gilmour wasn't too happy about the situation. And neither was Richard Wright, and neither was the other guy. Well, that's terrible. Drawing a blank on the other guy, Nick Mason. Nick, I'm sorry, Mr. Mason, sir. Yeah, it wasn't happy about that album in particular. But I love that in-between stuff. So I really wish that maybe one day they'll come up with something called the mid-years, or between early and later, or something like that. Because thanks to Rockaway Records, now I never done this before. This was a first for me. So I contact Mr. Rockaway, and I'm like, hey, Mr. Rockaway, sir, I'm interested in your box set, but I can't do it. I can't do $400. I can't do $450. I can't do I can't, with the taxes and shipping and the sellers and the fees and everything. And then he quickly responded with, you know that I gotta pay a percentage of whatever to Discogs, and I gotta pay a percentage for shipping. I gotta pay there's all kinds of percentages, and you gotta give a cut to this one, a cut to that one. You know I'm gonna do that. He goes, so what I could do for you, okay, because we now we're having conversations on a private level. You know, we're going. He's got my because I wanted to see photos of this box set that he had, because the price was already low enough as it was. So right away, my caution flag went up. Okay, dang, my caution flag went up. Okay, I was like, this is way too cheap for what this is. Can you send me photographs? Now, you people that shop on eBay and stuff like that, very important. Discogs, eBay, ask for photos. Ask if they've only put stock photos on there and you're buying something really expensive, ask them for photos, as many photos as they can send, so you can get an eye for whatever the hell it is that they're sending you. You know, you want to make sure this thing is 100%. You want to make sure you're not going to get a bootleg. You want to make sure that you're not going to get a piece of garbage that was run over by a truck 50 times. You want to make sure you're going to get some quality something, okay? So I messaged Mr. Rockaway with the, hey, can you send me some photos of the item? And he's like, oh, yeah, sure. So he started sending me the photos, but they weren't coming through. So I'm contacting them back. I'm like, it's not working. And after a while, I actually messaged him. I'm like, listen, maybe this wasn't God's plan. Maybe this wasn't meant to be. I just dropped 2 bills on the later years. Maybe I shouldn't be dropping like 3 bills or 3.5 bills on the early years. And then he quickly replied with, I'm trying my best, friend. I'm trying my best to send you those pictures. I want you to see them. He goes, but it's just not going through. I'm like, well, mate, I've been having problems lately because, listen, I'm old school, okay? I still have AOL, okay? I am ... at AOL.com. If you go to my melting movie thing, I got the Gmail. But for some reason, AOL I haven't been able to get pictures from AOL. I can only get pictures from Gmail. So I told myself, let's give this one more shot. If it's meant to be, send it to my melting movie 1 at gmail.com, or whatever it is, and we'll see if I can get the picture. If I get the pictures, maybe we can work out something. So I get the pictures and I look at them like, wow, that thing's beautiful. Oh my, listen, I'm getting chills just thinking about the beauty of this damn thing, okay? And so he's like, hey, if we make a deal, I'll pull it off of Discogs, okay? And I will sell it to you outright. Now, bing, 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 caution flag right away. Caution flag. You want me to what? You want me to send you my money? and I don't know you that well, Mr. Rockaway. Yeah, I was very cautious. So what I did is I contacted him. I said, listen, I want to pay. If I'm going to pay you, I want to pay you with PayPal, because PayPal will ensure my purchase. As long as you put that. So here's some education for you, my friends. And I know this for 100% fact because I contacted PayPal before I made any negotiations with this guy, before I made any deals, before I made any promises, any cash or money changing hands. I contacted PayPal. PayPal said to me, yes, you are safe to send this person money, as long as you put down that you are buying goods and services. Make sure you put goods and services. Make sure you take screenshots of every conversation that you had with the man. Make sure you take screenshots of every single picture that you got of the item, in case the item doesn't come in as described. Make sure you take pictures, and make sure you put down for goods and services. Anything else besides that, you ain't getting your money back. So I was like, okay. So and once again, I confirmed with the guy on the phone, the PayPal guy. You promising me, right? Okay, because right now I'm screenshot. I want you to send me one of those things you send me where you send me the transcript of our conversation. I'm gonna screenshot that. So if you done screw me over, that's gonna come back and bite you in the ass. Okay, so please make sure that we're you know what you're talking about here. Guarantee you, sir. I 100% guarantee you, sir. So I sent the man over the money. And this came in the mail. Pink Floyd, 1965 to 1972, the early years. Now, I am going to have to move this way so I can actually see it, but inside here is rare unreleased music and videos from the archives. 14 hours of videos and 18 plus hours of audio, including surround sound mixes. 27 discs set across 10 times CDs, 9 times DVDs, 8 times Blu-rays, 6-year volumes plus bonus exclusives, extras, CDs, DVDs, Blu-rays, packages, over 20 unreleased songs, including the 1967 Vegetable Man and the Beachy Woods? Is that, I always said that right. BBC sessions, TV appearances, live footage, demos, features films, 8 replica 7-inch singles. So we got records in here too, 7-inch record singles, which are beautiful, by the way. Replica memorabilia in each of 6 years volumes. Bonus memorabilia box set with a large replica exclusive to this box set. Now, I will tell you, this thing is a freaking monster. It was worth every damn penny. And I will lift up the lid just so you can see what I see when I lift up the lid. These are the volumes. Look at this thing. Look at that. Now, each one of these is an individual volume, but the final one is only available to this box set. Now, you can buy these individually on eBay. You can buy these individually at your on Amazon. But you cannot get this last one with, I think it has 4 discs in it, which I think 2 are a Blu-ray, 1 is a DVD, and 1 is a CD, and it's all like the extra stuff. And then underneath this thing is like a whole bunch of crap, like memorabilia stuff and like replica stuff and all kinds of stuff like that. Look at this thing. I mean, look at the size of me. Look at the size of this box. And when it came in the mail, it was pristine. Okay, I was scared I was gonna get a bootleg. I was scared I was gonna get something ruined or destroyed. I was afraid that for the price that I wasn't gonna get. Listen, when I open this thing, I'm getting a little emotional. I'm gonna get emotional. I know. You're probably looking at me like fool. Listen, you're getting emotional over a box set. I put this thing. I have a computer chair in the living room. I put this thing on the computer chair, and I just sat there and I just spun it for about an hour. And the wife looked over at me and she goes, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" And I'm like, "You just don't understand. You have no idea how extremely blessed I feel right now." You know, there's things that people want. You know, you might need a car. You might need a car or want a car. Or you might want or need something else. There might be things in your life that you wanted for a long, long, long time. And then you finally get them and you're not really thankful for them. My friends, I have never... well, actually, I'm not going to say never because I'm sure I have been. But in years, I'll say in years, I have never been so thankful for something in my life. To the point where I was just like, this is a symbol of timing, waiting. This is a blessing. This is an absolute blessing. I wanted this damn thing so long. I wished for it. I wanted it. I just couldn't do it. It was just too expensive. And to have the early years, not the later years, being the completist that I am, it would have just drove me crazy. I mean, I could have got the early years the later years when it first came out. It was a lot cheaper when it first came out. It's actually more money. It's worth more money now than it was when it first came out. This thing is extremely scarce, extremely hard to come by, and you ain't gonna see this thing on eBay for going any less than $800. Okay, and if you do, it's either beat the crap, scratch the crap, or has things missing from it. Because people like to pull things and make things missing. So I will tell you, I messaged Mr. Rockaway, this guy, once I received that thing, and I left him a message of thanks that you. I mean, it was. This wasn't just a message. Okay, I'm gonna tell you right now, this was not just a message. This was poetry. Okay, this was a love letter to this Rockaway man. This was a love letter. Okay, I thanked him profusely in every way, shape, and form. That thing came in pristine condition. Those box sets are still factory sealed. Okay, I had to actually take the seal off in order for me, because I wanted to make sure they weren't bootlegs. So I opened it all up, and I took out every single disc. I opened up every book. I looked at everything in both of these boxes. I made sure that these things were 100% legit, and they are. And I got to tell you, this right now, with the exception of owning a like a deluxe edition box set of like all of the albums, their studio albums, which I don't. I own all the studio albums, but not in a box set. I own them all individually. Besides owning those two box sets that came, I think there was Oh By the Way, which I did own a crappy bootleg of. I got rid of it. And the other one was like, I think it's Discoveries, which is I believe the #1 most bootlegged box set ever. Okay, if you look it up, I might be wrong, but if you look it up, I watched some YouTubers and stuff like that, and it's like one of the most bootleg box sets ever. Besides that, I own everything from Pink Floyd. I love that band like you would not know. It was like they have been with me through every trial, tribulation, depression, anxiety, stress. Listen, whenever I was feeling something was not right in my life, Pink Floyd would come along and line it up. Okay, when I was depressed, I put on The Wall, and the wall would actually cheer me up, because I was like, you know what? I'm that guy. You know, I'm building a wall around myself, and I don't want people to come in. I don't want you to be part of my world. Okay, I just keep building bricks by bricks by bricks to keep people out. And it was just very emotional. I gotta tell you right now. So I'm gonna tell you right now, my friends, that when you finally get something that you wait so long for, and you've been hunting for it for years and years, and finally that thing shows up on your doorstep, and it over meets your expectations. My expectations were like over like here, and this guy upped that bar to over here. I was floored, and he, listen, the guy wrapped it up in like this bubble. The bubble wrap there was so much bubble wrap on this stuff that there was no way anything was going to happen to either one of these things. They're both mint, never played. And the cool thing about this one right here that I was actually really excited about, the Later Years one, is it does have inside a replica, wow, drawing a blank, a replica what? Speak, dang it, speak. Replica tour program of the 1994 concert tour, which is the Pulse tour. And I actually own the original, because I was there at the original show. So to open up there's something about opening up a box set, and the fact that they have to make a replica of something that you were actually at, that you participated in. You were there for the show, and you got the real deal, and people are duplicating it just so they can get a taste of what the real deal feels like. Ooh, people. Oh, man. Yeah. And then there's that. With that said, my friends, yeah, listen, if you've been waiting for something, hunting for something for a long period of time, I looked at that. When I received these things, it was like pure blessing mode. I just stopped for a second. I thanked the Lord, and I said, listen, you know, you made me wait for a reason, because maybe I wouldn't have appreciated that as much as I appreciated it now. Maybe if I would have got that when it first came out, it would have been another one of the things I just stick in a corner, and I don't even care about. I don't listen to it. I don't care about it. I just stick it away. You know what I mean? It's like, but 4 years later, maybe almost 5. You know what I mean? Yeah, appreciation. Much. I mean, I'm still getting chills just thinking. Every time I look at it, it's like it feels like a life accomplishment. I feel like I accomplished something in life. Isn't that strange that an item can give you a feeling of accomplishment? Look at this thing. I mean, yeah, I got to see that therapist. I'm gonna break down. Listen, I almost broke down in tears when it came in the mail. You have no idea the emotions that flowed that day. And I got it right on the side of my bed right now. That's where I keep it, right on the side of my bed. And I get up in the morning, I look at that thing, and I give thanks. I give thanks for another day, and I give thanks that I'm going to get to enjoy every bit and piece of that thing. And I've been watching like a lot of documentaries with Nick Mason, because I think that he's the one that was doing like the interviews for the early years. And a lot of this stuff, this especially the video footage and stuff, the video stuff of the concerts and everything like that, has never been released before. Nobody's ever seen this stuff before, and nobody can see it unless you own this box set. It's only available in this box set. So unless you have this box set, you can't see this stuff. So and he said he dug all this stuff from like personal archives and personal home videos that he had, and home videos that the band had, and archival footage. He said the CDs were easy because the CDs they keep that stuff in on file or whatever it is. That's all like in the computers and everything like that. But the video stuff is like almost impossible. He had to dig that stuff up, and the other members of Pink Floyd at the time had to dig that stuff up in order to create this box set. I'm just thankful. I am so thankful. I am looking forward to sitting there and watching hours and hours and hours of Pink Floyd stuff as I'm going through therapy. as I'm going through therapy, Pink Floyd, once again, they've been with me through 12 other therapists. They're going to be with me through number 13. Thank you. So thank you for viewing. Thank you, Pink Floyd, okay, Roger Waters, Nick Mason, Richard Wright, and David Gilmour, and Mr. Sid Barrett for lining my life up, okay? I quote Pink Floyd all the time. You know, it's what I always say, the one day closer to death. You know what I mean? I'm without words. And with that said, my friends, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you, and I will see you later.
You should have saved me some.